And this match is WrestleMania worthy in itself. A dream tag team match. Roman Reigns and his partner Arn Anderson taking on Kurt Angle and Ric Flair. Did you ever expect to see this? I certainly didn't, but there's a suplex. And last week, Flair got in the face of Roman Reigns and Arn Anderson, basically saying Roman's not special and Kurt Angle's the real deal. Well, Kurt Angle gonna have to... Oh! Well, he did! He got out of the spine buster and a belly to belly. Now Kurt Angle, he's taken a beating from both Arn and Roman. He desperately needs to make the tag to Ric Flair. And can he make the tag? Arn Anderson, inches away from Roman, makes the tag. But can Angle do the same? Yes, he does! And now the confrontation we've been waiting for. Roman Reigns, Ric Flair, wait! What the hell? What a spear from Roman Reigns, what is going on? Oh, for God's sake, what is going on? Ric Flair shaking the hand of Arn Anderson. After what he said last week, what is going on? Oh, for God's sake, the figure four. The figure four onto Kurt Angle. His own partner. Why has Ric Flair done this? And now Roman Reigns getting into the face of the man who last week said wasn't on his level. Well, now Roman Reigns going down to Angle's level, getting in his face, and why has Flair done this? Hello everyone and welcome to Metal Tonight, a huge main event. It's Samoa Joe's in-ring debut. He's taking on the man who will challenge Edge on the Torment Tour for the world title, Shawn Michaels. Tonight, can Shawn Michaels get past Samoa Joe before he's scheduled to fight for the World Championship against Edge? Folks, that's our main event, but what about what just kicked us off? Ric Flair turning on Kurt Angle, siding with Arn Anderson and Roman Reigns. It was only last week that Ric Flair debuted and got in the face of Arn Anderson and Roman Reigns. Why is he now suddenly turned the tables on Kurt Angle? That was a shocking betrayal. Another shocking betrayal also happened last week with Finn Balor and the Bullet Club. Balor last week attacked AJ Styles and the Young Bucks, seemingly siding with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Balor perhaps unhappy with how AJ Styles and the Young Bucks celebrated their victory without him. After all, Balor almost got seriously injured in that War Games match. But in the ring is Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and the man who betrayed AJ and the Bucks, Finn Balor.
All week, people have asked me, what is your problem with the Bullet Club? Well, the question should be, what is the Bullet Club's problem with Finn Balor? I got thrown off of the cage at War Games, yet no one is showing any replays of that. Instead, the focus lies on AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. Am I that much of an afterthought? Big Luke and Machine Gun will agree with me that the problem lies much deeper than just Styles and the Bucks. You see, you may bow to our faces, but as soon as I turn around, you're stabbing me in the back. I lay injured, could have been a serious career-threatening injury, yet you disrespected my contribution to the match by celebrating without me. Even now, you can't look into my eyes because I'll see guilt written all over your faces. The fact that Styles had the nerve to apologise to me made me sick, and that's exactly why I stomped your brains in last week. All you seem to care about is money, material objects, and what mindless t-shirt idea you can sell to the marks next. You three make money off of the name that we made famous. The fact I wasn't even on the pay-per-view poster and you three were personally insults me. Catchphrases and super kicks will only get you so far. Now is the time for action. I took you in 5 years ago, made you stars, and this is how you repay us? You are looking at OG Bullet Club, but that name has been tainted by your actions. We're something that money can't buy. We are the real damn shooters. Machine Gun, Big Luke, Finn Balor. We are the Balor Club, and we will take what we want.
Commish, I want a match tonight. I know you're the man to give it to me.
You want a match? You've already got a match. You got a match against Paige on the Torment Tour, and that's the women's title tournament.
Paige? I don't give a damn about Paige. I want a women's title match tonight. I don't want to wait until that damn tournament. You know I'm the best women's wrestler, not only on Metal, but across this company. Give me a title match against Lita tonight.
Well, unfortunately, Lita's not here, but I can maybe see him. Oh, Jesus. I've got a lot on my plate tonight, okay? I can try and see if I can make it next week, but I really have to go. So if you can wait here if you want, just wait here in my office. I'll hopefully be right back, but I have to sort something out, so I'm really sorry.
Who is going to advance to the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania and join? Oh my god, look at this. Look at the strength in that Tree of Woe. And the belly to belly from the top. Who's going to join Neville, Adam Cole, Wade Barrett, and of course Rob Van Dam in the Money in the Bank ladder match? Is it going to be DDP, or is it going to be Drew Galloway? Could win it with a future shock, but backdropped. Now gets to his feet, and DDP trying to get some offense in. There's the clothesline. The lariat sends him down momentarily, but Paige coming off the ropes, and he goes right into a tilt-a-whirl slam, planting Paige face first. And Paige last week, arguably, well, he did. He cost Cody Rhodes a spot in Money in the Bank, not intentionally, but right now it's going to be over. Goes for the Claymore kick, and again, pancake right into the face, and here we go, going for the Diamond Cutter, setting up his move, but it got turned around. Victory roll, but a kick out. DDP. Oh, he may be hurt now. Well, he may be hurt following the... Well, he was compacted, basically. And the referee telling Galloway to back off. And... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, maybe he's not actually hurt. Maybe he's just playing possum. Paige playing possum. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what the hell? And that's Cody Rhodes with a steel chair. And hang on a minute. I think Paige has been disqualified. Paige has been disqualified because of Cody Rhodes' interference, and this is exactly what happened last week, except last week Paige helped Cody because he thought he was seriously hurt. This week Cody just wanted revenge.
An unprecedented tour where NLW wrestlers battled across the globe mere months before WrestleMania. Now, it culminates with a special 3-part event live on YouTube. Championships will be decided, challenges will be made and accepted. Before WrestleMania, you have to get through the Torment Tour.
Second Money in the Bank qualifier of tonight. Dean Ambrose taking on Big E, who just splashed Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose can't be 100% after he was decimated by the newest signing to the metal brand, Braun Strowman, last week, and maybe over, goes for the big ending, but instead gets his head planted into the canvas by Ambrose. The commissioner, I'm sure, doesn't want to see Dean Ambrose succeed here tonight, but he may have no choice at this point. There you see, he fakes out the lariat, and then hits him again, and Ambrose sees that Big E's loopy, going for the dirty deeds, but what's this? And that's the music of Braun Strowman. We saw he defected to metal last week. Ambrose distracted, and there's the big ending. And Big E, thanks to the distraction from Braun's music, oh, and there he is. Here comes Braun Strowman. And Big E's certainly happy, but gets the hell out of there. He's going through to Money in the Bank, but Ambrose is about to get assaulted. Rosemary directing traffic. This is basically what happened last week. The commissioner not happy with Dean Ambrose, so now going to sick this giant on him. Braun Strowman, for a second week running, destroying Ambrose. And what is he planning on doing now? Good God, look at that. Not going to press him to the floor. Surely not. Oh my God! Ambrose must have flown about 10 feet through the air. And I'm talking width, not height. God knows how high he fell. But just thrown over this announce table here. Braun Strowman decimating Ambrose.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Commissioner. How dare you stand there and deny us opportunities here? I don't know if you follow the NLW Instagram account, but if you do, you would know that me and The Miz had a match and it was interrupted by Sting. Sting, he's not even on medal, so why have you allowed that to happen? And also, we have not been featured, we have not been used ever since we weren't even drafted to medal, were we? Commish, WrestleMania's coming up and we need something to do.
This is not the week that I can be dealing with this, to be honest, guys, okay? I promise you guys, I will give you something to do next week if you just leave me alone right now. Oh!
Well, that looked to me like Kevin Owens' locker room, and why did Kevin Owens pull the Commissioner into his locker room? The Commissioner's been on edges of late, and we don't know why, but Kevin Owens, we assume, has something to do with it. Well, shifting our focus now, let's move on to the Intercontinental Championship tournament that's been taking place on the Torment Tour. Last week we showed you highlights of the quarterfinals. This week it was the semi-finals. Semi-final number 1, two friends going at it, although recently they have been at each other's throats, those being DDP and Cody Rhodes. Still, they shook their hands at the start of the match. Paige went for the Diamond Cutter, but it got turned into a roll-up, which then got reversed by DDP. DDP now going through to the final. Cody Rhodes not happy. And in our second semi-final match, it was Tyson Kidd up against Drew Galloway. You can see both these men went tooth and nail to see who was going to advance to the final, but it ended up being the Claymore reversed into the sharpshooter for Tyson Kidd to go through to the final. So now we know the final. It is going to be Tyson Kidd versus Diamond Dallas Page for the Intercontinental Championship on that special 3-part Torment Tour. And speaking of championships, last week the Hardy Boys defended their tag team titles against the Riot Squad. However, it ended in disqualification when Hernandez attacked and put Matt Hardy through the stage of a border toss. The Hardys are understandably shaken, but they were here tonight to issue some sort of challenge for WrestleMania.
The Broken Universe and our tag team title reign are under attack, whether it be nefarious spot monkeys or purveyors of evil. Heading in to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Wrestling Unlimited's top stars and tag teams want to challenge us and take our tag team gold. We are still in immense pain, oh yes, from the Riot Squad's nefarious attack on us. We were very nearly rendered obsolete when I was put through the stage, but just like I have in the past, I rose up and fought back, and that is exactly what we will do at WrestleMania. Because we don't just want to deal with the Riot Squad, oh no. We want to deal with every tag team that believes they can end our title reign. So at WrestleMania, we are issuing a decree. Any tag team who wants to fight us is more than welcome. I propose Tag Team Apocalypto for the NLW Tag Team Championships. It will take place on the Hardy compound and it will end at WrestleMania. To see who will step up, who will be deleted, and who will remain as the greatest tag team in all of time and space. Hardys, we will fight you anywhere, anytime. Consider the Dudley Boys accepting your invitation to a match at WrestleMania. We fought the best, we've beaten the best, and we're more than willing to play your sick little games if it means winning those tag team titles. We will go to your house, we will take what is rightfully ours, and we will stand on your turf as the tag team champions. Oh my brother, testify! Well, don't forget about us. Greatest tag team in all of time and space. You must be joking. I don't care how sick and twisted you two are, but the most disturbed, sick, twisted tag team is going to win at Apocalypto, and you are looking at them. You may think this is all fun and games, but you don't want to know what we do for fun. And at WrestleMania, at the Hardy compound, we will show you how sick and twisted we really are. We welcome the challenge. Come along, you guys. Come along, Dudleys, because we will render both of you teams obsolete.
Well, we knew that the Hardys were not scared of a challenge. However, I think this is going to be very tough. After all, they've invited all of the teams in NLW to the Hardy compound Tag Team Apocalypto at WrestleMania. Trish, next week on the final show of the Torment Tour, you are going to be competing along with many other women to compete for a shot at WrestleMania and the women's title. What do you think your chances are heading in that tournament? That's a little bit of a stupid question, don't you think? Of course I am going to win the tournament, and I'm going to beat Lita at WrestleMania like I should have done at Desolation. And speaking of the Torment Tour, I saw what happened on NLW this past week. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, suddenly they're in the tournament, and they only just stepped foot in this company. Well, I guess it goes a long way to be friends with the champion, doesn't it? They may have won last week, but if I end up meeting them in the semi-finals or even the finals, I'm gonna beat them and prove I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time and go to WrestleMania to become two-time women's champion. And not Sasha Banks, not Becky Lynch, not Lita can do anything about it.
Look, this is ridiculous. Don't think of yourself, think of me as well. I mean, what is this going to say about me? I'm going to get destroyed. Don't do this, please. I swear, don't do it, please.
Is Emma still waiting for the commissioner to turn up? Oh, wait a minute! Oh, look at this, it's Paige! Emma was waiting for the commissioner to come back and give her a title match. And oh, Rampage on that table, on the desk of the commissioner, and while Emma wanted a title match, what she got was a beating. Paige and Emma compete in the first round of the women's title tournament. Such a chaotic night just 1 week before the Torment Tour's final show. Obviously on that event it is going to be Edge versus Shawn Michaels for the World Championship. Shawn Michaels of course still owed his rematch after being cashed in on by Edge, who won the title from him. It's believed that the winner of that match must go on to face Seth Rollins, who won the Royal Rumble and has the right to challenge the champion at WrestleMania. Now last week on The Cutting Edge, Edge attempted to take out Seth Rollins before WrestleMania. He nearly did that with a concerto with the help of Samoa Joe. However, Shawn Michaels appeared, saving Seth Rollins and rescuing him from the concerto. Now Shawn Michaels is not a member of the NLW brand, he is a member of the Metal brand, so him being on NLW was certainly a surprise, something the security in that arena probably got lambasted for backstage. That's meant that security's been ramped up for this evening to ensure that a situation like that doesn't happen tonight. So it's one-on-one, Samoa Joe versus Shawn Michaels. Well, it's no secret that Edge is in the back pocket of the commissioner, and he probably went to him requesting this matchup so that Samoa Joe could wear down Shawn Michaels before their title match at the Torment Tour. And now elbows out of the waistlock, misses the, oh good grief, misses the lariat and then catches him with a back elbow. And now in the corner, already, Shawn Michaels has been knocked down. And there's the NZ and the senton, and he just about kicks out. That was more of a convulsion though. Samoa Joe pummeling Michaels already. Joe impressive in his debut thus far. Telling Michaels to come at him, and there's the insecurity, but he stays on his feet. And now the double axe handle. And now can Michaels get some momentum in this matchup? There's the atomic drop off the ropes, but comes right back into a lariat from Samoa Joe that flips him inside out. And now going to pick him up again. And there's a German suplex into the turnbuckle. And a thrust boot. Edge is certainly happy with what he sees here tonight. A weakened Shawn Michaels is good enough for Edge. But Joe misses the spear to the outside. And now the crossbody from Michaels. That may have been an act of desperation more than anything. The crossbody from Michaels to Samoa Joe. Edge watches on. But Michaels, can he get back into this one? Both men on the top rope. You can see now. There's the superplex. Samoa Joe superplex with all of the might of Michaels left, and now he's back on the top rope. And there's the top rope elbow to the back of the skull. That's what you got to do to keep this man down. Samoa Joe is the reason that Michaels is not the world champion right now. And Michaels wants revenge. He tunes up the band but gets caught out. Powerbomb. And now into the cover. And now the Boston Crab. Double leg Boston Crab. Is Michaels going to tap out? A slick transition. An even slicker transition into the STF. The STF applied. Is he going to get a submission victory? Maybe Michaels wants to give up. But I know that that's not in the spirit of Michaels. He wants to win this matchup, even if he's got to have a match against Edge on the Torment Tour. But it may be wise to... Oh, look at this though! Hurricane Rana in the roll-up, but kicks out. And that was close, that was 2 3/8. Oh, look at this though! Muscle Buster, no! Flips out into a dropkick, and a second dropkick. Joe is still on his feet. And now the victory roll by Shawn Michaels. Is he going to do it? No! The Coquina Clutch. And the referee may have wanted to look at what happened there. He pulled the tights into the Coquina Clutch. And now he wraps the legs around. And oh, it's over. Look at that. His arm's gone limp. Michaels is out. And Samoa Joe picks up the victory. Well, consider that Shawn Michaels is still suffering from the hellacious night he had when he lost the world title, and oh, for God's sake, the match is over. And now Edge sicking Joe onto Michaels. What is Edge gonna do? Oh, and this is exactly what they wanted to do to Seth Rollins last week until... Oh, for God's sake, don't do this. Oh my God. A concerto to Shawn Michaels. And Michaels doesn't have any backup tonight. Michaels saved Seth Rollins from that move, but he couldn't save himself here tonight. Edge will defend that championship against Shawn Michaels on the Torment Tour, but is he going to be able to even compete? Edge holds his title high.
If I have to go back there and beat up every single wrestler to get a confession, I'll do it. Because at this point, I can't trust anybody. I can't even trust my closest friends. I am not sorry for what I did to X-Pac. I would do it again. I need to know who ran me over and tried to end my career. If I have to go into the main event, beat up Stone Cold, beat up CM Punk, beat up everybody in the world title match, I'll do it. I'll ruin WrestleMania, because this isn't business. This is personal. So if anybody's got the balls to come forward, I'll face him at WrestleMania. I don't care. Take the beating like a man and fight me. Fight me!
Oh, hang on. And now the lights have gone out. Oh, and Triple H is down. And who's that standing in the ring with a sledgehammer?
It's all over, Triple H. Now you know. You dumb son of a bitch.
You mean to tell me that it was Kevin Owens who ran over Triple H? What in God's name was he thinking? Kevin Owens was the mastermind behind this whole thing. That evil, no-good bastard.